The ISO 9001 standard is an international standard for quality management systems. It was developed by the International Organization for Standardization to provide a process-based approach for businesses to increase customer satisfaction. The ISO 9001 standard is the most widely used management systems standard in the world. It is a powerful business tool that is utilized by more than 1 million companies worldwide. It helps organizations develop more efficient and effective business processes. It demonstrates an organization's commitment to continuous improvement by identifying best practices, setting goals to enhance customer satisfaction, and mapping processes in order to realize improvements. The purpose of ISO 9001 certification is to provide third-party verification that an organization meets the requirements of ISO 9001. The certification can be issued by a third-party agency, typically known as certification bodies or registrars. Once certified, organizations can advertise and display the ISO 9001 certification mark to demonstrate their commitment to quality and customer satisfaction. ISO 9001 certification is applicable and beneficial to all types of organizations in both the private and public sectors, including small and medium-sized enterprises. Any organization, regardless of industry sector, size or location, can apply for ISO 9001 certification. Some examples of organizations that would benefit from obtaining ISO 9001 certification include manufacturers, distributors, government agencies, and service providers. There are a variety of advantages to ISO 9001 certification. ISO 9001 certification can help organizations increase customer satisfaction, improve performance, and simplify business processes. It also contributes to more efficient internal operations, enhanced reputation for the ISO 9001 certified company. ISO 9001 certified companies may also gain a competitive advantage in the market that can lead to reduced operational costs and new growth opportunities for the organization. In order to achieve ISO 9001 certification, an organization should assess the current processes and procedures in place. This will help to identify areas for potential improvement and determine what type of documentation may be required. Once the necessary documentation is created, an organization should start implementing the processes according to the ISO 9001 standard requirements. During the implementation process, continuous monitoring and evaluation should take place to ensure that the necessary changes are being implemented properly. Finally, an organization should engage a third-party certification body to perform the certification audit and issue ISO 9001 certification. There are 5 key components that should be included in any ISO 9001 compliant policy. These include a management review to provide an overview of how organizations manage their processes, a documented quality manual which outlines all aspects of quality management systems and provides complete information on processes, procedures, and responsibilities, a risk analysis of how organizations determine and manage risks to meet customer specifications, internal audits to monitor compliance with documented processes, corrective and preventive actions, which are the procedures used for identifying, evaluating, and taking action on any quality issues. During the Stage 1 preliminary audit, the auditing body will schedule a visit to the organization's headquarters. During this stage, an auditor will look at all documentation and internal audits of the organization to determine whether they adhere to the ISO 9001 standard. The auditor will also conduct interviews with personnel in order to gain a better understanding of any existing systems or processes that are applicable to ISO 9001. Following the Stage 1 audit, a more detailed audit will take place before the ISO 9001 certificate can be issued. The auditor will look at the effectiveness of the quality management system in place and monitor all processes carried out by the organization to determine whether they are efficient and meeting customer requirements. The auditor will also request that nonconformities be corrected before issuing the certificate. Integrated Assessment Services has been a global ISO certification body for more than 20 years and is accredited to certify organizations that adhere to the ISO standards. ISO 9001 audits are conducted by our highly experienced and professional auditors who have practical knowledge of industry standards. To book your ISO certification audit, contact us today and find out how we can help you achieve your business goals.